Welcome to the Dr. Mudgil podcast. This is episode 113, and we are just cruising through January. We're in the middle of January here, and it has officially snowed in New York for like the first time, I think, in like 700 days or something crazy like that. We got a couple inches of snow on Tuesday, and it's been cold as hell. So it actually feels like the winter of my youth. It's been unseasonably warm in the winters the last couple of years, but we're paying for it now. I think we get some more snow tomorrow. It's going to be crazy cold this weekend. So winter is finally upon us, and I'm, bundling up. We're all bundling up. It's cold as hell, but that is what winter is supposed to be in New York. So this podcast is going to be a bit of a Mudgil mindset type of podcast, just some things that have been on my mind, and some important reminders to myself, which I thought I would share with you guys. So this podcast is going to be about the importance of being present, focused, and intent on everything that we may do, even the most mundane things. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of some real world things that I've experienced this past week, which really reminded me of this. So this past Friday in my New York City office, we were a bit short-staffed, and we had a very, very busy day seeing patients. Friday mornings are actually my busiest day. We do a lot of cosmetic stuff and, just a lot of patients. I see a lot of patients in a short period of time generally on Friday mornings because a lot of my patients, they leave the city early, and it's just a very busy time. So I get to the office very, very early in the morning, usually in the 6s at some point, and I do my pathology work before I start seeing patients. My patient care hours generally start at 8. And last Friday, just because we were a bit short-staffed and, I had a really busy day and I just wanted to kind of get a jump start on the day. So I took on a task that I usually don't, which was a mistake retrospectively, but I partook in some like data entry part of the work of the morning that needed to be done, something that my staff usually takes care of. And I made a silly mistake, nothing consequential. Everything worked out fine, thank God. But it was a reminder to me, I was like thinking back on it. I kind of like beat myself up a little bit when things like that happen. And I was like, after work that day, I was having lunch and I was just like thinking about, God, I can't believe I screwed up like that. It's such a simple task. And I was like, just wondering, like, why did that happen? How could that possibly have happened? It's just like such a simple, trivial thing that I was doing. And, it's like this clerical thing. And I realized the reason why I erred was because I wasn't present, I wasn't focused, and I wasn't intent. My mind was kind of scattered. Because it was such an easy task, I was like, all right, it's kind of like half doing that, half doing something else. And I've spoken before about how multitasking is complete, utter bullshit. And sometimes, I need to be reminded of that myself. And so that was like the first lesson, and that happened last week. And then, just I've been working out. Like I do work out a lot every week, but this year what I've really been focused on is, and folks who are on social media, like follow fitness influencers and that sort of thing, like one of the big mantras is maintaining a mind to muscle connection when you're lifting weights, and like really focusing on the muscle group that you're working on, and like trying to really feel the muscle contract and your mind connecting with that muscle, and you're really engaged in whatever, exercise it is that you're doing, and you're really feeling that muscle work and the blood flowing in that muscle and the pump of that muscle and all that sort of stuff. And, with all of my workouts, I've actually been really thinking about this new mnemonic in my mind, like PFI, be present, be focused, be intent. And, sometimes I'll check my emails in the middle of a workout, or, the TV's on and I'm like, kind of watching something on SportsCenter that, distracts me. But I'm constantly just reminding myself, be present, be focused, be intent, because it's amazing the quality of the rep that you have. Like today I was working out legs and I was just really focused on contracting my quad when I was doing leg extensions. And, when I closed my eyes and was really thinking about it, I could just feel that muscle working so much harder than when I just kind of simply just go through the reps. Just go count to 12 or whatever, 15 or 10 or whatever the reps are going to be for that particular set. But when you're really focused on it and thinking about the contraction of the muscle and thinking about contracting the muscle and relaxing the muscle, you could just feel that your muscle is working so much harder. You're present, focused, your intent. You're just really focused on that workout and you're intent on that muscle getting bigger. And, it's really important to do that. And, working out is always a constant reminder of that, many times a week, I remind myself to be present, focused, and intent while I'm working out. And, the third thing, this actually happened this morning. This is actually what motivated me to talk about this today. So I had a meeting with my business team this morning, my accounting team. And the meeting was like a Zoom call at 9 o'clock. And, I had to help my wife with something earlier in the morning. So I was running a little bit late, and I text my bookkeeper, said, hey, listen, I'm going to be like about 10, 15 minutes late to the meeting. But I already started like the meeting kind of frazzled. Like, I was late, and, I was, that's a very busy time of day, like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting emails from my staff, folks are texting me. There's just like a lot of moving parts. So I was in the meeting where I was on my phone, and my CFO asked me a question, and I just was like, wait, what was that question? And then I realized I was doing it again. I wasn't present, I wasn't focused, and I wasn't intent. And I told myself, put your phone down. Anything that needs to be handled can be handled like 20 or 30 minutes from now when the meeting is over. It's very important for me to be present in this meeting, be focused on the things that we're talking about, and being intent on maintaining the financial stability of my business. And, and I'm someone who's generally very present, focused, and intent most of the time. But even with that, there's so many moving parts in life, helping my wife with something, thinking about my kids, stuff going on at work, just personal stuff I'm dealing with via text, and, all good things, nothing bad. But, it was a reminder to myself that there's never really a reason to multitask. You can just stay focused on whatever the task is at hand, and then go on to the next task. I should have been very focused on the meeting this morning, and I could have spent 10 minutes answering whatever emails and texts that I got, and then, gone on to my workout, been present, focused, and intent during my workout. And, I guess this is part of my New Year's resolution, something that I've been thinking about improving about myself this year. So on weekends, I get emails all weekend long about lab results, and, the faxes that come through, they're converted into a PDF file, and they, constantly come to my phone. But what I started doing now is like, there's nothing urgent there, right? It's a Saturday or a Sunday. There's nothing urgent. There's like routine labs that just need to be checked. And frequently I'll just push them off until 7 o'clock Monday morning, and I'll just review them then, because nothing's going to happen between Saturday afternoon and Monday in terms of patient care. It'll happen Monday. If a patient really needs to get in touch with me, a patient can find me. They can call the office, hit the urgent message prompt, and that'll take you right to me. So these are, they're constant reminders for all of us of things that we can improve on. And, these were particular reminders in my last week that just reinforced to me the importance of being present, focused, and intent in everything that we do. And that's even like when you're having dinner with your spouse and you're on a date night. It's much better to just be present, focused, and intent on, spending time with someone you love, rather than having your phone out and checking your phone while you're having a conversation, multitasking. That really it really just dilutes everything that you're doing. You're not handling the task on your phone well at all, and you're not spending quality time with the person that you want to spend quality time with well either. Multitasking is something that is complete BS. It's important to be present, focused, and intent in everything that we do, whether it's professionally or personally. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, restful weekend and ready to just crush the week ahead. Let's get it. Stay warm if you're in the New York City area. Take care.